Nice cool lake swim on a hot summer's day here in Finland. Welcome to the historic old town of Turku, the only part of the town that survived the 1827 Turku fire, and here we are in the shoemaker's cottage. I'm sure my great-grandfather could tell me all about these tools here, as he was a shoemaker. My dear host Mary has been gracious enough to show me how to drive her moped. Here she comes. She's pretty good at it. It looks pretty badass. That's it. Good job, Nugo. Hyvä poika. Hyvä poika. And here we are on our Viking cruise. Goodbye, Turku. On our way to Åland, where the Mansikas will get off, and then Stockholm. Bye. Bye, Turku. The cruise ship Amorella was equipped with an arcade where we participated in the long-held Mansika tradition of playing the motorcycle game. We walked around the ship and checked out the duty-free shops before heading over to the lunch buffet where we shared our last meal with the Mansikas. The buffet offered Finnish and Swedish foods, as well as unlimited wine and beer. I was very happy to see that our table was situated right next to the beer fountain. So, after a delicious buffet, our time with the Mansikas is closing to an end as we arrive in the town of Mariehampala in Åland, the Swedish-speaking autonomous region of Finland. So the Mansikas will get off, go on a boat back to Turku, and as for the Géniers, we'll continue on this boat all the way to Stockholm, Sweden. That's what Åland looks like. Not much different from Finland. Rocky, lots of islands, lots of forests. Beautiful. I think cruises are just too good. There's like beer everywhere. The ship also sported a duty-free shop with lots of cheap European alcohol. Look, they got like these bargain bins. This is ridiculous. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can get used to cruises. I can get used to cruises. My dad elected to wear his Toronto Blue Jays jersey, hoping that way we could find other Canadians on board, but to no avail. There was also a casino and bar on board, lots of live music, and an overall great atmosphere. And here we are in Stockholm. Woohoo! Could you tell the difference? Could you guess that we're in Sweden right now, or do you still think we're in Finland?
Looks very similar.
Could be both. Could be either. All right, first full day in Stockholm. Here we are in Gamla stan, the old town. Just about to make our way to the ferry to Djurgården so we can visit the Vasa and ABBA Museum. How do you say good morning? Comment on dit bon matin?
Good morning.
Good morning, Aaron. Vasa Museum, we found this really cool model of a ship. It was a big lineup to get here, and yeah, pretty cool. Oh, and there's the actual ship. Look at this. Looks interesting. Oh well. Right, so this is the Vasa Museum with this ship here, and I'm assuming the name is Vasa. I'm sure I'll learn later that it is not. I'll have to correct myself. So it was built in 1628, and as it was at sea for the first time on its maiden voyage, just outside of the Stockholm harbor, it sunk and was left buried for 200 years. Until 200 years later, they dug it up, and now it's on display here in Stockholm. It is ginormous. Have a look at all this detail going into this ship, and imagine back in 1628 when this was built, this was all would have been painted, so it's been really, really colorful. And if you look at all the heads, there's not a single head that is the same. They had to get carpenters to meticulously make it, give every head and bust its own character, its own personality, its own meaning. Could you imagine how long this would take to build? I'm sure it's marked somewhere in this museum how long it took to build. You want to take a guess, and then we'll find out later?
Okay.
For the vlog, Vincent, how long do you think it took to build this ship?
10 years.
10 years. Okay. All right. So each statue here is a different Roman emperor because the king of Sweden at the time, Carl Gustav, thought himself to be equal or even better than the Roman emperors. There's also a challenge to the Austrian emperor, who was the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. This grating here is not only let sunlight, let air circulate, but also in battle. There's so many cannons firing at once. The smoke that would come into the ship could be suffocating and blinding. So it's very important to have these grates to allow the smoke to escape. Read that out.
Okay. King Gustav Adolf takes the average up his main wing, 1625 for the mission to master ship right. High
So Vincent, if the construction started in 1625 and it sunk in 1628, how long did it take to build?
3 years.
So here's a look from underneath the Vasa. It goes to show how tall and hulking this thing is. My goodness, this is a feat of work for 1628. And this bottom floor is more the recent research. So here we have the skeletal remains of those found who died on board the Vasa when it did sink in 1628. And behind them are plaques dedicated to each skeleton, which showcases the research of historians trying their best to determine what each person was like their diet, their social status, their sex, their height, etc. It's very amazing because this boat is very much like a microcosm of Swedish society in 1628. So they're trying to carry in, what Swedish life was like by having a look at these skeletons and analyzing them. And this is now the work of modern historians. With new technology, we're able to learn a lot more. So guys, what do you think of your museum cafe Swedish food?
Pretty authentic.
Alright. Beautiful view here at the Vasa Museum Restaurant Cafe. Would you buy it, Eric? Would you buy it, Eric?
Of course.
What if I told you it's for sale for the affordable price of $90?
That's a buy in my book.
Alright.